Last week, Claude Design got some major updates. But can you make an app or website from this design? At the end of this video, I'll share my best practices for turning this design into a real project. Of course, we're talking about the UI and not mentioning the backend side. So let's dive into it. So this is the initial screen of Claude Design. In order to get there, you need to go to claude.ai/design. With Claude Design, you can work on multiple formats. You can start with your own file. You can create your slides, product prototypes, product wireframe, documents, animations, and you can start from scratch. In this example, we're going to create a design for a website, so we're going to start from scratch. So this is the prompt we're going to execute. Create a website for my YouTube channel that aims to teach how to use AI coding agents, create breakpoints for desktop, tablet, and mobile. We can also enrich our context with this plus button. Here we can attach files, upload Figma files, use design systems that we're going to see in a second, and some more options. And we're going to use Opus 4.8. So let's execute. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I help developers turn AI into real workflows, so sub and like, it really helps me provide more value for you. Now Claude Design asks me some questions about this design. The purpose of these questions is to understand what I want to build, so the result will be aligned with my expectations. So this is the initial design. You can see that it tried to make the website look familiar for developers. So now let's talk about our editing options. You can select a component in this design and write a prompt about it. For example, let's say I want to change the color of this one. I'll write change the color of this part to be blue. And that's it, the modification is done. Another way to edit is to write another prompt in this chat, or you can use the edit options. In the previous version of Claude Design, the editing options were very limited, and now this is changed. For example, let's say I want to change the text of this title. Let's say instead of learn, I want to write study, and I want these text to be centralized. So I can go to simple, and I have an option to use it as centralized, and that's it. Of course, it's ugly, so I'll move it back. We have multiple options in this editor. You can pick to add some texts. For example, my channel. You can also add shapes to the design. For example, something like this. And another useful update is the ability to move the components you see. So instead of writing prompts, you can just move them. We also have some more options. These are the simple options. We have Pro, we have Code, and we have Twix. In the Pro section, you can see the hierarchy of the components, which is useful from time to time. Anthropic also unified the usage limits of Claude Design with the rest of the tools. So if until now the major problem with Claude Design was hitting the usage limits, from now on the usage is united. There's also a way to see the usage inside Claude Design. But the real question here is, can I take this design or a design that I'm working on and turn it into a functioning website or app? By the way, most people waste tokens without realizing it. That's why I made a free Skoll course to help you optimize token usage and save money. I update it frequently as tools evolve, so check the link in the description. So let me share with you my practical tips how to turn Claude Design into a working application. So first of all, if you are working on a web app, you need to make sure you can see the breakpoints and you review the layouts before you send it to Claude Code. For example, in this website, I created a desktop view that I can review here. I also have a tablet option, and we have a mobile as well. This way, when I move to the next phase of writing code of this application, I have the exact example of how I want it to look like. Usually when you change the breakpoints in Claude Design, something breaks, so we need to review them before. The next tip is related to design systems. The best way to create a design with Claude Design is to use an existing design system. So this is the main Claude Design webpage. So if I click here, design systems, you can see the design systems that I already have. When I click on the create button, we have two options to add a design system. The first one is to add a Figma or GitHub repository. And the second one, which is new, is to connect to Claude Code and to take existing components from my local repository. This way you can use components that already exist and the code is already generated. Most of the people are not implementing the next tip, and this is why they are failing when they use Claude Design. And it's related to when to move from Claude Design to Claude Code. Claude Design is a great application, but it's useful for initial designs and when you generate something that is 80% ready. When you are in this phase, you can move to Claude Code. In order to do that, you can click on the share button, and here you have send to, and we are going to choose Claude Code. Pay attention that the ability to move to Claude Code is to use this prompt. They generated a prompt that tells you to use the Claude Design MCP, and you have the URL of this design. You can also send to Claude Code Web, which is new as well. In general, you have multiple options to connect Claude Design to external applications. It's a great time to share my honest opinion about Claude Design. This tool is great, especially if you have something in mind and you want to see the design before you start implementing. If you add design system to Claude Design, pay attention that this operation can consume a lot of tokens and you can hit your token limits. But in general, I think this application is useful and you can use it from time to time. Claude Design is great, but if you want to master and boost your productivity with Claude Code, you must master sub-agents. Luckily, I created this video for you.